Assalamu alaikum. Hello to you who's watching this video. I appreciate your support, I really do. We are on day 17 of the 75 hard program. I have a little bit of water left to drink and workouts all completed, as are the other critical tasks, which feels good. It really does. I mean, even when I started this video just now and I said thank you for watching, in all honesty, like, I do genuinely appreciate that people are benefiting and, you know, others have started not only looking at their own lifestyle, their own health and happiness habits, but so many more have started, either whether it's 75 hard program or otherwise. But you get to a point when you realize that you're not actually creating or pressing that record button on these videos for anybody else. If other people are inspired, alhamdulillah, praise be to God. But you don't need other people to watch these videos for you to show up and do these videos. And that's really empowering, that you do it for yourself. Like, doesn't matter what you look like, no makeup, no filters here, you know, just good old hat, because it is actually cold even in the house today, and that feels good. That feels really good, doing things for yourself. Anyway, what do I want to share today? So I wanted to share something that I think it's really important, and it's very, very much related to the coaching that I offer my clients, which is about building long-term success as opposed to kind of quick successes. And that long-term success, if you've been where I have been in the past, where that long-term success, when you want to achieve something and you know that it's not a short fix, it's not going to be instant gratification, it's going to be months and months of hard labor to achieve that particular goal or to make progress with that particular goal, you know that it's only going to happen one day at a time. And I want to talk to you about that today. And the reason being is that a few weeks ago, I was absolutely adamant that I was going to, all my planning was, you know, in front of me. I'd created the dates. I knew exactly what mileage I was going to do, but I was absolutely adamant, hell-bent on doing the official 2025 Manchester Marathon. I love the Manchester Marathon. It is just fantastic. The route is brilliant. It's easy to get to because I live in Manchester. It's easy to get back home. My family can come and support me, and just the people that just cheerlead you, it's amazing. It's so beautiful, just walking down, high-fiving people. You know, it's brilliant. I love it. I love the atmosphere. So I really wanted to do the 2025 marathon, and I'd even registered for it. I thought, right, this is it, you know, another official 2020, another official Manchester Marathon. However, one of the things that this program is teaching me is that to have that kind of long-term success, it's not going to happen overnight. It's about consistent and deliberate progress. I'm going to sneeze again. It's consistent and deliberate progress, which means that sometimes that progress, it feels slow. It takes time. A lot of people just wouldn't commit to or wouldn't invest their time, effort, energy in doing something like the 75 hard program. Why? Because it's a 2.5 month program, and 2.5 months is actually a long time, right? I've said this before in my videos, that it's actually a long time. So therefore a lot of people will want instant gratification, or they'll feel like, oh, do you know what, I can do this for 4 weeks, but 11 weeks or just short of 11 weeks, that's a really long time. 75 days, like almost 11 weeks, that's a really long time. No thanks, not for me. So what I have decided when it comes to my marathon 2025 is that I have accepted that my body is not there yet. I could run, I could train. Like, when I looked at the training program, right, absolutely, I could get from my long run, starting with 4 miles and 4.5 miles and 5 miles, and then 7, 9, 13.1, 12, 14, 16, 18, 14, 20, 10, 9, 26.2, right? Because at the end it tapers down. I could do that. If I could do that. But I've decided I don't want to do it because I am going to be putting my body through so much stress, and I don't think I'm going to enjoy this journey of training for a marathon. You know, my coach Emma said to me when I ran my first marathon, she said, Hafiza, you've arrived on the day. And people think that, oh, you know, the day is what makes everything worthwhile. Running that 26.2 miles and then getting the official medal or t-shirt or recognition or whatever it is. It isn't, you know. She said to me, this is your victory lap. She said, you've already run the marathon in here. And so when I consulted my coach this time round, and I said, listen, thinking about this. And she said, well, where are you up to? And I said, yeah, I can do 5Ks right now. I can kind of do 5Ks. I don't think they're my best 5Ks. I don't think my pace is brilliant with 5Ks, but I could do it. And, you know, the program, the dates and everything that I put on this marathon program, I could do it. But this program, the 75 Hard, what it's teaching me is that achievement, success is not about instant gratification. It's not about pushing your body for 20 weeks and then boom, you've done a marathon and then you can't run anymore. And it saps the joy out of it, you know. You could risk injury because you're training so quickly. And this program, what it teaches me is about patience. It teaches me about persistence. It's teaching me about preparation. So those 3 words, patience, persistent, preparations, when I reflected and journaled about this 2025 marathon, I thought, no, Hafiza, you are not doing the Manchester Marathon. I'm going to withdraw my place from the Manchester 2025 Marathon, and instead I'm going to create almost like a foundational marathon training. So for 6 months, December, January, February, March, April, May, 6 months, I'm going to train and I'm going to pick up on that running. I'm going to get faster. I'm already losing weight. I'm already doing this program. It's nothing's just going to stop, you know. My intention is to figure out what my next steps are after 75 Hard. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to respect this process of training for a marathon, and I'm going to have 6 months of training, inshallah, God willing, 6 months of running, 6 months of training before I even set my sights on for training for a marathon. Does that make sense? Like if you're not a runner, you're going to think, well, what's the difference? Well, you've got to get to a level of running before you can even train for a marathon. So training for a marathon for some people is 20 weeks. For other people, it's 16 weeks. For other people, it might be 12 weeks, okay? I don't know. I've never trained in 12 weeks. I've not trained in 16 weeks before. My program has always been like, you know, between 16 to 18 or 18 to 20 weeks, right? Because you have to build your mileage up gradually, and then you've got to come all the way down as well. Not all the way down, but you've got to kind of come to like 5 miles. And that's because you want to make sure that your legs are ready for the 26.2 miles on the day. So I'm going to respect this process of training of running and then training for a marathon. So then after May, I will still have June, July, August and September, 4 months to train. And what am I training for? Inshallah, God willing, I'm going to then train for the Chester Marathon. Chester Marathon apparently is very different to Manchester Marathon, right? I think it's a lot tougher, all right? But that means that I will have had December, January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, 10 months of running under my belt. And I feel that it's definitely a mature decision to make. So the question I have for you, before that I have the question, because when goals are worth achieving, then it's worth putting that time and that consistent effort. And this is about consistent action. Remember yesterday, I was very emotional yesterday. I'd cried a lot yesterday. And one of the things I realized is that enough of the excuses, just take action. Just take action. So what I'm going to do is that I'm going to read this book, Sam Murphy, never read this book before, marathon and half marathon from start to finish. I just ordered it secondhand, arrived yesterday, and it talks about, what does it say? Yeah, it says sensible, ideal for anyone who's made a resolution to run regularly, and that's the key. It's not about completing that 26.2 miles, getting the medal and think, yeah, I'll run another marathon. I've gone past that. I don't want to do that. I want to run regularly. When my children are older, I want to be able to run races with them, 10K races, half marathons. I want to be able to do that with them. I don't want to burn myself out, burn and crash myself, okay? And have to sacrifice everything else in order to train for this marathon. The other thing I realised, I'm not saying it's impossible, but there are 4 core weeks during the marathon training, from the 3rd of March, 10th of March, 17th of March, 24th of March, 31st of March. And that's Ramadan 2025. So I'm so grateful that Manchester Marathon isn't actually taking place during Ramadan. I actually thought I had a chance to do it this time. But the big long miles, so the 14 miles, 16 miles, 18 miles, 14 miles, and then 20 miles, all of that takes place in Ramadan. And to be honest, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that during Ramadan. You know, Ramadan is something so special for me. I don't want to be building or stressing about having to run 33, 35, 36 miles a week during Ramadan. So when goals are worth achieving, we've got to be mature about it. We've got to be sensible. We've got to feel inside mentally that even though it's going to take time, we're going to be okay. So I have a couple of questions for you. Where in your life are you desiring to achieve a goal, but you haven't done the necessary preparation for it? Because that's what it is, isn't it? Right? When you want to achieve goals, nothing's really impossible, is it? Is it? Is it? It's not really, is it? It really is about the preparation. It really is about planning, and also almost thinking in advance that this is the kind of stuff that's going to hit me, right? And how do I prepare for it? And then having the patience, having the persistence, having the perseverance to keep going, right? So where in your life are you desiring to achieve a goal, or do you desire to achieve a goal, but you just haven't done the necessary preparation, done necessary planning and preparation and work for it? And what goals, my second question is, what goals have you given up of just because they're going to take time to achieve? Like for me to run that marathon, it's 10 months. It's 10 months of running. It's 10 months of getting back into for lots and lots and lots of multiple 5Ks, building to 10Ks, then building it to half a marathons, and then going beyond, the half marathon, 15 miles, 17 miles, 19 miles, 21 miles, multiple 21 miles, till I get to that start line. So what goals have you given up on just because it takes time to achieve? Because nothing anybody says is an overnight success. It's just like, yeah, whatever. Just seriously, it just doesn't happen. It doesn't happen. You've got to put the work into it. You have to put into the work. You've got to put the work into it. So ask yourself those questions. Write them down, right? If you're unsure, if you want some support, then just comment in the comment section below, and I will get back to you. I am getting good at replying to the messages I'm receiving. Some people have found their way onto my Facebook page, and that's fine. I'll reply to the messages, especially if you've got anything you want to ask relating to 75 hard. So yeah, day 17 has reminded me that progress is definitely cumulative. Sound like a maths teacher? Oh wait, I am a maths teacher. Yeah, it's definitely cumulative. It's not linear. You just got to build it. You just got to build and build and build and build, and sometimes it will come down and you'll have a really terrible workout. I was absolutely drenched today. My kids were playing football, they had training, and I thought, okay, I'm going to do my outdoor walkout. Got my my weighted vest on, which I am actually getting used to, which is good because I think it's only the fourth day, and it's feeling a lot more comfortable. Got my weighted vest, and then I was sprinting. Sprinting one way, walking back the other way. Sprinting one way, walking back the other day. Definitely feeling in my calves. Diet, still no snacking. You know, my children were given like boxes of chocolate today. They said, "Mom, I've got your favorite chocolate," and I said, "Oh, thank you, but no thanks." You know, thank you, but no thanks. Was I tempted today? Yes, I was. Of course, I was. But didn't go there. So, yep, day 17. And you know what I was thinking today? Thinking, oh my gosh, I'm not even a quarter way there with 75 hard. I've still got a really long way to go, you know. Not even a quarter of the way there. Anyway, stay positive, optimistic, live in hope versus despair. Right, so keep going, and I shall speak to you tomorrow. Thank you. Take care. Assalamu alaikum.